The Xbox 360 is an awesome console, but I do have to admit, I did secretly hate it for a long time. You know, I was a Sony guy.
Stupid fanboy.
I bought the PS3 for $600. I had to justify that price tag. But those days are long behind me. Ever since I got a free Red Ring of Death Xbox 360 and repaired it, I put that baby online and played Gears of War with my friends. It was freaking awesome. No longer did I have to wait till after loading screens to talk to them. On the 360's online features, you can talk all the time, and I thought that was just the coolest thing. Playing Left 4 Dead, Gears of War. Unfortunately, that was the console everyone owned back then, so my online experience with consoles was with the 360, and it was a blast. That's not to say I didn't have great online gaming with my PlayStation 3, because I had a ton of that with Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Holy shit, but that's for a different time. With that being said, I'm Jurassic Ninja, and you're about to watch 5 games that push the Xbox 360 to the limit. Forza Motorsport 4 is a racing video game developed by Turn 10 Studios and published by Microsoft Studios. Released on October 2011 to glowing reviews, Forza is a racing sim. Just as the Gran Turismo series on the PlayStation, you won't find any need for speed controls here. It's all precise and extremely accurate based on each and every one of the 665 cars from 80 manufacturers. It's incredible to think that every one of these cars can even be modified with performance upgrades, fine-tuning, and custom paint jobs. How about we add another 30 cars into the mix? Sure, why not? With the Porsche expansion pack released in 2012, you get 30 different Porsche models.
What?
Forza 4 also supports Connect, but you can just skip ever using it alright, because it sucks. Moving on, a new mode is Auto Vista, where players can interact with up to 24 vehicles by walking around, opening doors, starting the engine, and listening to a narrator talk about technical and historical information.
London in 1930 with a price of...
Good thing I got an extra Xbox for such occasions. The game runs at 720p resolution at a constant locked 60 frames per second with VSync engaged, and 30 FPS during replays to allow more detail. There is an improved 4x MSAA implementation, but only in the trial modes. The rest of the game runs with 2x multi-sampling anti-aliasing. The game is a thing of beauty. All the cars look ridiculously realistic, and the environments are incredible to look at. It looks like an early Xbox One game. It's really a thing of beauty. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is an action-adventure video game developed by Rare and published by Microsoft Game Studios. Released on November 2008 to mixed reviews. It's the 5th title in the Banjo series. The story takes place 8 years after Banjo-Tooie, which explains the massive weight gain. In Nuts and Bolts, it tried to be different from its predecessors by revolving the game around vehicle construction, in which the player must design custom vehicles including automobiles, motorbikes, boats, and airplanes, in which you're tasked to completing a series of challenges based on the given vehicle. You can basically create anything your mind can conjure up, which is actually really fun. The game has occasional trouble maintaining a stable frame rate due to the ambitious physics-based gameplay, and a bit of pop-in textures that get drawn in late, but overall it's a game that looks amazing and runs mostly at 30 frames per second, with some near unplayable drops in extreme intense areas. The level of detail in the environments is unreal for a cartoon game. The grass looks incredible and the character models all look fantastic. I personally really enjoyed this game, but as the reviews state, it's a mixed bag of nuts. You see what I did there? Halo 4 is a first-person shooter developed by 343 Industries and published by Microsoft Studios. It was released on November 2012 to near-perfect reviews. It may be called Halo 4, but it's the 7th installment in the Halo franchise. You play as Master Chief, a cybernetically enhanced super soldier with the helping aid of Cortana, kinda like Jarvis from Iron Man. or Windows 10. You explore ancient civilizations and kill remnants of the former military alliance of an alien race known as the Covenant, and mechanical asshole warriors are known as the Prometheans. Halo 4 improves upon many of its previous weapons from other games in the franchise, and also adding new weapons to the mix, such as the Promethean weapons. Halo 4 is the first game in the series to not be made by Banjo, and is 343 Industries' first Halo title. It's also the first Halo game to play at full native 720p resolution. The graphics really do look incredible, featuring so much bright and vivid colors with just enough dirty grunge effects to keep it exciting. It's exciting. The aliasing isn't too bad at all. It's improved upon its previous game by using a much better FXAA versus the temporal anti-aliasing we saw in Reach. The dynamic lighting effects are top notch and look stunning. The frame rate is a very stable 30 frames with the occasional drop here and there. Master Chief never looked so good. I know this game isn't a fan favorite, but it's the best looking Halo title on the 360. Left 4 Dead 2 is a cooperative first-person shooter video game developed and published by Valve Corporation. It was released on November 2009 to near perfect reviews. The game focuses on 4 survivors that fight against hordes of zombies known as the Infected. You can play through 5 campaigns either solo, split screen, or online. For me, I found it extremely fun to play online with friends. Some of my best gaming memories are playing this game online. But that's for another tale. You see, it all began on a midsummer's night, around 9 p.m. I was a young, gentle soul. He was my friend. The objective of the game is to make it alive to the safe house, but it's not as easy as it sounds. You need to kill not only normal zombies, but there are 8 special infected with unique abilities. This is where Versus Mode is the best. You can play the same campaigns in Versus Mode where 4 other players control the special infected characters, and their job is to stop the other team of human players playing humans from reaching the safe house. This can make for some of the best moments in gaming history. It is so fun to play this game online with friends. Shit. I guess it's a good thing I bought more of these 360s. It's not an incredible looking game, but it does look fantastic. The reason why I included it on the list is because the game plays at a full 720p resolution and near perfect 30 frames per second even when the huge hordes of zombies try to eat your flesh. There is always so much going on in the game that it's crazy that it runs so smooth all the time. Not only that, the levels are generally pretty big with no loading times. It is such a great game that everyone will literally stop what they're doing if a part 3 is ever announced. No fucking way, Left 4 Dead 3? Oh, no. That's Half-Life 3. Oh shit, Half-Life 3? If you don't own a gaming PC, then get this game for your 360. Gears of War 3 is a military science fiction third-person shooter video game developed by Epic Games and published by Microsoft Studios. It was released on September 2011 to almost perfect reviews. Critics praised its story, voice acting, graphics, visuals, and music, but criticized its lack of innovation. The gameplay is basically the same as the first 2 games, where cover and squad tactics are key to survival. Playing this game either in split screen or online is awesome because there are moments where you need to branch off, which will get your palms real sweaty as there is no reviving each other. Dead is dead. You play as Marcus, the group leader of Delta Squad, and you're tasked to plow your way through hordes of nasty creatures. The story overall is pretty great with some tear-jerking moments. The graphics are a huge leap in quality when comparing it to Part 1. Well, duh. The Unreal Engine 3 is really being utilized to its fullest here. The lighting effects look stunning in the environments and on all the characters. The gory scenery looks fresh and gross. The game runs mostly at 30 frames per second with some dips and intense action scenes. The Gears trilogy are all amazing looking games and must-own titles for the Xbox 360. The 360 is a powerful console that for some reason stayed popular even after all the crazy red rings of death. The saving grace there was probably the free repairs they offered for 3 years. There's a lot more great looking games for the 360, and I will try to cover as much as I can in the other parts. So I didn't forget your game. And I did not forget Just Dance 4, I didn't forget Army of 2, I didn't forget Ultimate Alliance, Battlefield 3, but they might appear in another list. I'm Jurassic Ninja, and you just watched, this video. So please do subscribe, like, leave a comment, and ring that bell. Take it easy.